Rohit, thank you for sitting down with us and doing a year-end review, as well as looking at the 2026
Yeah,
trends for small
yeah,
businesses. Very
yeah.
excited to have you here and look back at the 2025. Looking back, what stood out to you as the most defining event that shaped small businesses this year?
That's a good question. I think 2025 has been a roller coaster year. It started with lot of optimism, and then we had the tariff, issues, and then followed by government shutdown as well as the immigration issues. So I think overall it has been a challenging year for small businesses. As we saw in the recent ADP report, also, small businesses have been a net shedder of jobs this year, which is not a good sign overall. I think the things that are good for them is that the Trump tax cuts got institutionalized for another 10 years as part of the big, beautiful bill. So I think that's a good thing because for a lot of small business owners, higher taxes are never good. I think the challenges have been tariffs, immigration, and overall geopolitical uncertainty because a lot of people were expecting that to go away and that hasn't happened.
Great. And now going from those challenges to the lessons learned from there, every year brings new challenges. And, from your perspective, what's the single most important lesson that you think small businesses should take away?
I think the single most important lesson has been that, policy issues can impact them a lot, like tariff and immigration has shown that. And I think the other key thing is that, how the consumer demand holds up for 2026 is going to be key because we have seen a lot of job losses in 2025. I think one thing going for economy in 2025 was massive amount of capital investment coming in the AI space that really helped the economy. I'm not very confident that how much of that will be sustained in 2026. So I think we need more clarity on the tariff issues and immigration issues because the big growth driver of AI investments, in my view, is slowing down as we enter 2026.
That's a great point. And now you're bringing in, kind of the investments and then transitioning to the opportunities. What are some key opportunities small business owners should be aware of?
So I think the advent and the march of AI is a very secular trend. Obviously there will be a lot of bumps like in any new technology. My view is that over next 4 or 5 years, AI and the role of increase in productivity because of AI will be very significant. In the economy, it's like the early .com era, and at the same point of time, the key learning for a lot of small businesses is that how they can adapt and use these cutting edge AI tools, which is not just Chat GPT anymore, to help either grow their business and also to reduce their cost as well as increase productivity. It's not just an issue of resources or money. A lot of time it's just the awareness piece that they should be aware about these new tools or new opportunities coming up and how they can leverage it.
How would you describe the overall lending outlook for 2026?
So in my view, entering 2026 is better than 2025 because one, the interest rates have gone down by 75 bips with very low wage employment growth. I foresee more interest rates are coming in 2026, and I think that should help businesses because unlike consumer credit and mortgages, a vast majority of business loans are variable interest rates. So that will reduce the interest burden on the existing loans. But that also means that business owners can borrow more money. And with the tax cuts getting institutionalized, they will have higher profit margins to support more ability for them to service the debt better.
And you bring up a good point about getting that access to credit. And we've been talking a lot about the predictions and trends of 2026. Just kind of wrapping it up here on, what do you see erupting in 2026 for small businesses and business financing?
I think there are 2 or 3 secular trends. Obviously, one is the tax cuts have been, extended and sort of institutionalized, which is good for small businesses. It clearly means that, they will have more money to deploy and also higher profits. The second thing is lowering of interest rates because interest rates have been historically very high for last 2-3 years with the recent cut of another 25 bips, and now with the job markets really slowing down, my expectation is interest rates will come down even further in 2026, barring if we are not able to navigate the impact of the tariffs or the immigration. And my view is on the tariff side also, things are going to get better now. I think 2025 was a year of flux and a lot of I would say short-term, experimentation which was done on the tariff side. So I think it will be interesting to see that.
And lastly, what advice do you have for business owners for a strong and successful start to the new year?
I think in order to have a strong and successful start to the year, they will have to plan ahead. I think they should just like any business owner, they should write down their goals. They should write down what they're trying to achieve in 2026. They should also see what their financial health looks like at the end of 2025. Have they grown their business? Have they grown their margins? If yes or no. And I think they will have to focus on the top line and the bottom line growth, both. And as I said, look at the secular trends and also, start planning for a world where hopefully the tariffs will be a lot more settled, immigration won't be settled, and also, where the role of AI and digital will become even more prominent now.
Great. Okay. Well, thank you very much for this.
Thank you.